Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Big Blue Unfiltered Podcast, talking New York Giants football and the NFL. Here now is Ian Campbell, Brian Gallagher Jr., and Greg Rommel.
We're back once again.
Oh yeah.
And again. Episode 42.
42.
The day after Jackie Robinson Day, so that's a little ironic.
Yeah.
We timed it up like this intentionally.
Oh, of course.
When we first started
We're
this,
totally not busy.
when we first started this last year, we were like, you know what? Episode 42 is going to be the day after Jackie Robinson Day next year. All these breaks, intentional.
Oh, yeah.
Do we want to just jump on in? I mean, today we're doing
we want to
round.
give a little synopsis of
Yeah,
what
we're going to
doing?
do round 1 and 2 today
Yep.
for the Giants.
Any football news?
Nothing.
I don't think
Not
so.
really.
Other than
No.
Rashee Rice, like probably getting kicked out of the league soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Another one of my keepers.
That was wild.
Yeah.
That scene.
He wasn't even. Was it? He's not even driving his own car. I know the Lambo
don't
was
know.
what, a rental maybe.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what.
I don't know the full
Well,
situation.
there's
I
no
just
rules
know.
when you drive a rental.
Yeah, I just know he's being brought up on even more charges.
Yeah, that's right,
so.
Brian. It's a good rule of thumb.
See?
But we're doing rounds 1 and 2. We're doing our same setup.
Yep.
We have a fall player who most likely we think isn't getting to us at 6.
Mm-hmm.
3 realistic targets at the 6th pick, and then a reach at 6, and then the exact same concept for the second round at
Yep.
pick. What are we? 47.
47.
47.
Like that.
All right.
Did you guys all look up a quarterback? Because that's pretty much.
No.
No?
No.
I did not. I do not
the
have
hell?
one quarterback.
I don't
on
trust
my
Joe
list.
Shane to take a quarterback.
Well, I did a whole workup on Drake May.
I think Joe Shane is fired after this season. So
Clip that.
clip that.
Clip it.
Clip that. All right. So I guess I'll start it off.
Yeah,
I'll do. I'll start with.
So with
do
your
we-
fall
So
guy.
do we want to go? Yeah. So how
We'll start with
do you wanna
the
just do
fall.
falls and-
We'll
Yeah.
do everyone's
Yeah.
fall, and then
So for fall, I have Marvin Harrison Jr.
I did too. I mean, it's
Okay.
tough at 6. There's
I did too.
There's only
It's
so many
kinda hard to
players.
do the
Yeah.
first round because
I was like,
you
do
know
I
who you're
take
getting.
Caleb? Like,
Yeah.
Like you kind of have a feeling.
Last year, there was a little more parity because
There
they
was.
were
Yeah.
so far back.
There was.
I
There
was-
were a lot of things that could happen.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, do I do Caleb? Like,
But you just
is
know
it
that's
really,
not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, at least Marvin Harrison is.
He
Potentially-
could be there.
Yeah,
Could
like
be there.
it would take a lot.
Good. It's
Yeah.
in a few mocks. It's very.
It
like
would
a
take
rare
the Vikings
occurrence.
trading up with the Cardinals
Yep.
and the
Yeah.
Chargers saying screw receiver, we need a tackle.
We need,
Mhm.
yeah, or
Which
something like that.
I don't
Yeah.
think happens. I think the Cardinals are happy with Kyler and they're going to take Marvin for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Brian, you had someone different?
I have Drake May.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a whole thing on him.
We need a good QB.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
mock-up,
let's talk Marvin a little bit.
Okay.
We don't want to just glaze past him.
Yeah, I mean, he's
the
think
best
he's gonna be
receiver in the
first-
draft.
Good.
Yeah,
He's good.
You know what? He's a smaller weight wise than I expected.
Yeah, what is he listed at?
209.
Okay.
And he's 6'4", so yeah, I'd like to see him put
He's a
on
little
like maybe.
6'4"? I
Yeah,
thought he was shorter.
I'd like
Yeah.
I'd like him to put on maybe 10 pounds at
Yeah.
6'4".
Yeah, he's a little slighter than
He
I
can
thought.
put on muscle,
He
that's
looks
easy.
he
Yeah.
looks bigger on TV.
He plays small.
Yeah, he
Like
plays like
I was looking at his scouting reports and I saw that like he doesn't play to his 4.38 speed. Like it seems like he kind of runs in cruise control a little bit
apparently
sometimes.
he's not very good at like separating.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
He's
which-
just a great receiver. He's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
not a great separator.
Yeah.
Like Neighbors is a much better like
They
route
said he's the
running,
best. They
separating.
said he's the best like route runner.
Yeah.
interesting.
and then Harrison tends to go down on like first contact.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But then I'm seeing his height naturally causes him to play too tall, which I guess I could see maybe he's
Yeah.
not getting low enough on guys. I mean,
Running too upright.
yeah, he's prone to peanut punches. So not great,
That's not good. I don't like that.
and he's not a good blocker.
yeah, you're not getting any blocking out of him.
So, I mean, you read all that and you're like, oh wow, he's not that good.
Sounds like
But then
a
you remember
diva
he
wide
is
receiver
the best.
already.
I also feel like they're trying to find things wrong with him at this point.
Yeah, you have to
because
pick
he was so
something.
dominant. Yeah.
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 But those are all
You're gonna get nitpicking.
yeah, those
Of course.
those are
Any of the
just
top
all
guys, of
so correctable. It's not like it's he's too small or he's too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he needs to hold on to the ball after the catch.
Which a lot of guys have to.
Yeah.
When
So
they get in the league. So
I do think he's going to be the number one receiver off the board. Would I be shocked if Neighbors went first? No.
I wouldn't be.
Maybe more like a but not like
Yeah.
a damn.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if he's there at 6, I think you got to take him. Unless Neighbors is there and they like Neighbors. That's the only guy. The
Yeah.
only receiver I wouldn't take Rome over him.
I feel
we'll
like
get into Rome because I mean that's going to be a realistic.
yeah, he'll be
Yeah,
target.
but I think it also could be prospect fatigue, which happens all the time. But it seems like Neighbors has been climbing up into like a 1B with Harrison.
kind of feel like the fact that Marvin Harrison didn't work out at all kind of like rubs people a little bit. Like
him
kinda
and
like,
him and
eh.
Caleb, they're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, you
He's kinda
you
like,
saw what I did. There's tape.
Yeah, I mean, I get it from their perspective. It's like Caleb's like I'm going number 1, and Harrison is I'm the best receiver. So I don't
kinda tough.
I don't need to work out for you.
It's all agent driven too.
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, do you think Harrison Sr. is kind of telling him that too?
probably. He's like, no, you're not working out.
well, because he was a pro, and he's like, listen, I know how this works. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen guys. He's probably seen dozens and
He's
dozens
also
of guys.
probably
get hurt.
talked to so many front office guys.
You do one bad thing
Who
in
are
pro
like,
day
if
and
every
it's
team
gonna
has your kid
magnify
number
it
1.
and
or you
make
get
it worse.
hurt or
Yeah.
something. Like,
Yeah.
I get it.
But he's also probably been told you're the number 1 receiver on the board. So his dad is probably like, don't work out. What are you,
Yeah.
stupid?
Yeah, it's probably just like
Like, you can only hurt your stock at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
that's a good point too. There is like a part of that where
Yeah.
it's like when you're that good and
Yeah.
that high, you can only go
Yep.
down. Like a guy like Bo Nix or like
Bo Nix sucks.
JJ McCarthy can like go through the roof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. So talk to us about Drake May, Brian.
All right. 21 years old, 6'4", 229. Redshirt sophomore out of UNC.
he's a Virgo. No.
What's his
His
favorite
brother
food?
is Luke May, who won a national championship with UNC basketball in
Yeah.
2017.
Can his brother play tight end?
I don't know. And the player comp
Nope.
is Justin Herbert.
Okay. So good, not great.
I mean, he did pretty all right.
Like, would you guys say Herbert's a great quarterback?
Not yet.
I'd say he's very good.
I think he's vastly overrated at this point
I-
for what he's done.
He's going to struggle this year.
yeah.
I don't
They
know.
got rid of both his. They got rid of both his receivers and his running
I mean,
back.
he has everything that you want.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of
yeah.
you know.
I think
I feel
the
like the
Chargers are
team
going to
doesn't
screw
help
him this year.
there.
They're going to screw him this
They're
year.
the Chargers. They're dysfunctional.
His
natural.
I think did they if they signed any other receivers, I didn't hear about it, but as far as I know, their receiver room right now is Quentin Johnston and
zero.
Josh Reynolds.
Josh Palmer.
Josh Palmer, that's what I'm thinking.
Josh
of.
Palmer.
Reynolds is on the Lions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palmer and Quentin Johnston are their only 2 receivers.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that kind of doubts that they take a wide receiver because Harbaugh's going to want to get big.
Yeah, he's
Tackle.
I think he's gonna want that Penn State kid.
Alt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, Alt is kind of
Notre
sitting
Dame,
like
right?
8,
Oh,
9-ish.
Yeah. Alt's kind of like sliding a
Yeah.
little bit,
A lot of
I
people
think.
think Alt's gonna go to the Jets.
I could see that. Yeah.
So he won some awards last year. Second team All ACC.
Who was the first?
Probably Jaden Daniels.
That's LSU, dude. LSU
oh,
is
that's
the
SEC. Who the hell would be
Not
first?
Clemson, right?
Red flag. Yeah.
Duke? The Duke guy?
Maybe Duke.
That's
Leonard?
a red flag.
What is it, Leonard?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Is it
ourselves
Riley
a Drake
Leonard?
May red flag.
ACC All ACC team.
Yeah. First team.
Yeah, I don't like. How does he
wait,
not?
was it what's his name? To his brother at Maryland.
It could have been.
No, that's Big Ten. Maryland's Big Ten.
Oh, they are.
Big Ten. That's a big red flag.
I'm looking right
guys.
now.
Yeah. Drake May was second team All ACC, and we're trying to figure out who was first.
Jordan, the Florida
Really?
State quarterback.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
okay,
yeah. I
okay,
completely
okay.
forgot
All right.
Florida State
Sorry,
was
Drake
good
May.
this year.
That's okay.
I completely forgot about
yeah.
that because Travis got hurt at the end of the year.
That's
and-
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
He was
also
working
on
out
the
for
All
teams.
ACC
Wonder how
academic
that
team.
dude's feeling.
So
Yes,
he's
he's
Daniel
smart.
Jones.
He
Pretty much.
had 7 in his time since I think it was in 2022. He's had 76 big time throws, which I don't know what
20 and longer,
maybe.
maybe.
He's been
Anyway,
a
that's the
starter.
first in-
Yeah, he's been a starter for 2 years.
Yeah, that's the first. That's first in the FBS since 2022.
Nice.
So we'll get into his pros and cons here. Pros, he's got an elite arm. He's got a cannon.
Does have a cannon.
His middle of the field reads are pretty good, and he's got a good little touch on him when he throws it right over the middle.
Okay.
And he's a playmaker outside of the pocket, so he's kind of like similar to DJ, where he can
He could run a little bit.
He's
like
got
sneaky.
some legs,
Yeah.
but he's able to make those kind of like off balance throws, and
I think
Makes
he's
a play.
closer to Josh Allen than he is to Jones.
yeah. But it rushing style, he's similar to DJ.
Yeah, so straight line.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I saw, or I was listening to Colin Cowherd today, and I know I brought this up in the group chat. And just while we're on a quarterback, what do you guys think of his take where he doesn't think a guy's a franchise guy unless he either elevated a mediocre college team to like a big bowl, not necessarily a natty, but
Yeah.
maybe a top
Decent.
10 seed, or you put up huge numbers on a stacked roster?
I would say
Like he looked at the
elevating
past
mediocre team.
12, it was either 12 drafts and there were 10 quarterbacks, or 10 drafts, 12 quarterbacks. And guys like Kyler, Herbert, Mahomes, they all either hit the great on a good team or elite on a mediocre team.
I mean, but Mahomes was not good in college.
No, but he elevated Texas Tech.
Was Texas Tech good?
They were okay,
Yeah.
Wonder what
but
they
he
were.
made them like relevant, like
Yeah.
actually relevant, not like a 21 seed. With
Yeah.
Mahomes, they were like, I think, top 10,
Were they?
No,
maybe for a week or two.
I don't think so.
No way.
Anyway, we'll get back onto Drake May here.
Well, I mean, what do you guys think of that? Like, what do you think of that take?
I'd like the mediocre elevating to a
Do
better
you think
team.
May is that kind of guy? I mean,
I feel
do you
like
think
it
he
'cause
really
I mean,
elevated UNC?
I mean,
UNC's
UNC's
never
kinda,
really been a great football team.
no, and I mean,
Yeah,
Sam
they're a
Howell
basketball school.
was kind of eh.
Yeah.
Drake May kind of got him better from what Sam Howell had him.
Mm-hmm.
And then who? Oh, Trubisky.
Neither of them hit the heights Trubisky did with UNC football.
Yeah.
Was UNC good? Was UNC better with Trubisky?
I think they were top
were
10 for a couple
alright.
weeks.
Yeah, they were.
That's an
They
example
were.
right there.
Yeah,
how,
yeah.
like, that could like not work.
Yeah, but Trubisky wasn't taken, or he was taken high.
second.
Yeah.
was
Well,
one
then
player.
he
Mahomes'
could have
stats in
been
college are just
one of those guys that Coward looked at and
What were
like
his
didn't
numbers?
end up being a franchise guy.
His first year, he played 7 games.
Is this May?
Mahomes,
Mahomes.
1,500 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Was he a freshman?
I think he was a red shirt.
Okay.
The next year, 13 games, 4,600 yards, 36 touchdowns.
That's good.
15. His final season, 5,000 yards passing,
Mhm.
41 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yeah, that's
his
elite.
QBR was 157.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
elite.
God.
It's insanity.
That's
yeah.
On an
absurd.
okay Texas Tech
Yeah,
team.
that's
Yeah.
insanity. Yeah.
I wonder
Alright,
who he
so-
was throwing to.
I don't even know, dude.
No, not Crabtree.
No, Crabtree was well gone by then. But
But all right, go on about May.
All right, so we're getting into the cons. So he gets into these chaotic plays when he gets out of the pocket.
Mhm.
But it does lead to turnovers because he kind of forces plays, tries to make a play.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
yeah, forced the
Um,
ball downfield.
So he needs to work on being consistently accurate. His footwork seems to be a little questionable from what I've seen.
I mean, every rookie gets their
Yeah,
footwork.
but he can make those like off-platform throws.
Yeah. I know. I just mean like every rookie gets
Yeah.
their footwork
Yeah,
adjusted
but
when they get to the
but
NFL.
he does miss a lot of like simple throws, like the.
It's the only thing that worries me. It sounds a lot like Josh Allen, and I feel like
It's
they're chomping,
well,
they're
It's
chomping
very
at the bit.
similar.
Well, the one thing that, credit to Dable, I mean, who fixed Josh Allen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So if you're going by that comparison, who could fix Drake May?
I still think Josh Allen's going to be a giant.
I mean, those rumors did swirl around a little bit after they traded Diggs.
Probably when he's like 35.
Yeah.
So
something.
the Giants had trouble with sacks last year.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
DJ got sacked like 40 times in like 8 games.
Drake May had a 19.6% pressure to sack ratio. The best NFL QBs are about 10 to 15%.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
So-
Penix has a similar issue.
Penix, I'm gonna get into him because he's one of my guys for round 2. They say he's very good handling pressure in the pocket because he's more of a pocket passer.
I thought I read something where he's like not great under
No,
pressure.
he might not be good under pressure, but he's not going to take the sack.
Yeah, he escapes the sack. Yeah.
He reacts well to it.
Yeah.
But his stats are probably bad under pressure.
Yeah, but I don't think he's
He
gonna
doesn't
turn
stand
it,
in there
I don't
and
think
take
he's
the
gonna
hit.
turn it over, but he's not going to let up a sack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
want that. I want Eli Manning. I want a guy who's going to stand in there and just get folded in half while he makes a
Yeah,
a dime 35-yard pass.
Just a sniper.
And then stand up with his helmet on backwards, just like, did I make the pass? And then go right back behind center and take another snap.
Yeah. So lastly, he has some trouble adjusting to post-snap reads if it's different than what he saw before the snap. So
That's bad
Yeah.
for a pocket passer.
he's not even really a pocket passer. This guy, Penix, is the pocket passer.
Oh, right. we're on
May is the guy who kind of
Yeah.
goes all over the place.
Yeah, all right. That's different.
But he's
then.
able to
If he-
progress
yeah.
to his checkdowns. So
If
he's
he
able to
can-
get to his checkdowns, but
If he can improvise, it's much better.
yeah,
Than,
he can improvise, but he gets thrown off
Yeah.
if something
And
else
he-
happens after the snap.
Now, I would say, being all academic is probably like, oh, well, he can learn and process
Yeah,
quickly. He's clearly smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Daniel Jones
different.
went to
Yeah.
Duke, and he can't process for shit.
So my sum up
And
for
you
him
saw him at the
is-
mic the other day.
Yeah.
my sum up for him is he looks like Josh Allen with the chaotic plays and all
Yeah.
that. He's going to be a boomer bust. It's
Yeah.
either going to be very
I
good
can
or
see
very
that.
bad.
Yeah.
Long
But-
story short,
He'll either
Josh
be Mitchell
Allen.
Trubisky or Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's
But-
honestly
Yeah.
a very good comparison.
Sitting a year
Yeah.
for him, I think, is probably a good idea.
Well, that's the thing. Whoever we take is going to sit a year.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Most likely.
unless somehow we make a package to trade up to number 1 and take Caleb Williams.
I feel like a lot of these QBs need to go to good teams, and they're
Mhm.
not going to go to good teams, and they're going to be
That's such a new trend.
Yeah.
That these quarterbacks, like, it used to be a guy would suck for a year or two, and then the team would get better around him.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he would be good.
Yeah.
But
Teams have no
now,
patience now.
good quarterbacks are coming out and going to these dog shit franchises, and then they're just done.
yeah.
Bryce Young,
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
I don't think Bryce Young is terrible, but
Justin
I don't think
Fields,
he's great.
Yeah,
like all
but
these
they're
guys.
like terrible.
Fields is going to thrive in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
think
so.
He's
going
to take that job from Russ midseason, and then he's going to, I guarantee Justin Fields gets at least one MVP vote next year.
Oh
Whoa.
wow.
Next
Whoa.
year.
Mark it down, folks.
As the full-time starter, they're going to pick up his option.
So in
It's like the Josh
Yes.
Rosen will be a Pro Bowler.
So in 2025.
We're still hanging on to that.
The 2025 season.
Still time. Still time.
If you're listening, John, just wait. He's coming. The boogeyman's
The
coming.
Giants
The boogeyman's
should sign
coming.
Josh Rosen.
All right.
So,
We
Greg,
wanna
what
go-
do you got?
we want to go to.
We got our
our-
3 realistic picks.
Do you guys have a
realistics?
fall guy?
Well, we all had Marvin Harrison.
You did?
Yeah, we all.
Oh,
have
yeah.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
You guys.
want me to go first?
Yeah, take your first guy.
All right. So my first realistic target, and this won't be too exciting, is Roma Dunze.
Okay.
Did a little research on him. I didn't watch him a ton in college until playoff time, but obviously really good hands. Kind of Larry Fitzgerald-ish.
Yeah.
Catches everything.
Yeah, that's the comp I've been hearing.
Yeah.
That he's
Yeah.
very
Bigger
Fitz
than you
like.
think. 6'2", 212.
I have 6'3".
You have 6'3"?
I have 6'3".
Ooh, 6'3", 6'2 and a half.
Let's check his combine measurements.
2.5.
The inch matters.
The inch matters. But bigger guy. I mean, he's bigger than MHJ, and we thought
yeah.
so. A little bigger than we think. I think the big knock on him is like lacking big time speed.
Yeah.
I think he's more of a possession receiver.
He measured 6'3" at the combine.
6'3".
Yes.
Kind of reminds me of
My
Mike Evans.
mock draft source is off. But yeah, obviously played really well in pretty much every big time game that we watched him in. So
Yeah.
obviously Not afraid of the big stage. So
So when we were doing this, I started looking him up, watching like a few things of his highlights.
yeah,
Oh my god, I'm sold on him.
yeah.
I'm sold on him.
He's
that
I think
good.
The Larry
I want
Fitz
him.
comps are very accurate.
Very good.
I
Like
want
he's
him.
he's not the fastest, but he's just
he
open
just catches everything,
and he catches
does,
everything.
I
Which
want
is-
him
which is-
more
we-
than
we kind of
Malik
need.
Neighbors.
Yeah.
We kind of need.
I mean,
I
they're-
like him better
yeah.
than Neighbors.
There are two different types of receivers.
I think
Fair enough,
Neighbors,
but I like him more than I do Neighbors.
Neighbors
Especially-
is the way the NFL is trending.
yeah.
I think he's the best all around. Or
He's-
is that
I-
Harrison?
I think Marvin Harrison's still the best of the three.
yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I
And
guess
Neighbors,
okay,
like
footwork and
I said,
speed,
like I said
guess
it
you could
before,
say.
Neighbors has kind of climbed into that like 1B.
Yeah, because they like footwork and speed.
He's kind of like that
getting
OBJ.
separation.
kinda,
He's the standard LSU
Big
5'11", 6-foot receiver who's going to come out, run good routes, be
Yeah.
fast, make a big play. He's
Yeah.
electric to watch. And Rome is a lot like Larry Fitzgerald, which
I want him.
if they do think Jalen Hyatt is going to be a good wide receiver too,
and if they think
or even on the other
Wan'Dale's-
side of Slayton,
and if they think Wan'Dale's going to be
Yeah.
the burner,
you
then
don't
that
want
might
to.
not be a bad
Not that you
move.
don't want Neighbors, but like Hyatt, Wan'Dale, and Neighbors are all similar.
yeah, explosive.
Whereas
Yeah.
O'Dunes would give you that
consistent.
different type of
Yeah.
receiver.
Which might be the way to go. I don't know, but
Yeah, and I mean they say he gets great. Well, he does get great separation, but they say that he's not crisp with his route running. So I think he's just like a IQ. Like I know where space is going to be.
Yeah.
which is okay.
And I
Yeah.
mean, he put up great numbers
Oh,
at Washington.
He
Yeah.
did have
In
Penix throwing to him, so just to asterisk, he had a good quarterback throwing to him.
In 22, in 22, he had 75 catches, 1145 yards, and 7 touchdowns. And last year he had 81 catches for 14, 28, and 13 touchdowns.
That's a lot of catches in college. Yeah,
Now, remember 2022, he was the 2 behind Quint. No, that was TCU. Sorry,
yeah.
I was thinking purple teams.
Yep.
But I mean, I want this guy.
Yeah, no,
I want
he's gonna. I think he's gonna be a good
I'd
receiver.
be very happy with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Neighbors is there, then it's like, now we need to watch who's going to be better.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Which, with Joe Shane's history, it's going to be Neighbors
Yeah.
if we take O'Dunes. But that's just Joe Shane's
Yeah.
fault and why he's going to be fired after the
Yeah.
season.
probably not.
Probably though.
Ian, you want to touch on Neighbors? 'Cause
I
I'm
didn't.
guessing
I didn't do Neighbors.
you didn't?
No,
Who
Oh.
who else had?
I
Neighbors?
figured
had
somebody
Neighbors.
else was.
I had
I-
Neighbors.
I figured someone
touch
else.
on
I went.
Well, let's let Ian go because he hasn't done
Yeah.
anything.
I went complete wild card.
Oh,
I had to because I knew
Yeah.
you guys were going to be like basic white bitches and just take the guys that we're expected to take.
Well, we're
So
trying to
I'm
get the
assuming
people
Evan. Neal,
realistic.
I'm assuming Evan Neal is not in the future plans because
think
he's a
I
Joe
had
Shane
this as
draft
well.
pick and he sucks. So I have them as a. I don't know how to pronounce it. Olumu Yiwa the Penn State.
Penn State guy.
The Penn
Yeah.
State tackle.
Interesting.
Illuminor is only on a 2-year deal, and
Yep.
he can play guard.
Mm-hmm.
This kid, I think, is going to be pretty good. And he does profile as a left tackle, but he's not like that pedigree left tackle like Thomas was. Where, like, I think he could be open to playing right tackle. I do think it's more likely like Joe Alt would be a right tackle.
That's
But
what I had.
I hate trying to switch these guys to the other
I
side.
feel like that's what we did with Neil.
Yeah.
I think Neil just sucks, but whatever.
That's exactly what they did with Neil.
It's exactly
he was a
what
left
they did.
tackle. then
Either
he
way,
moved
I'm just
to right.
thinking like if we
Yeah,
take a
it could
tackle, this guy's probably going to be there at 6 unless the Chargers take him.
Yeah.
The pick before us.
Yeah.
He's really fucking good. He's one of the reasons the Penn State run game was good this year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of very Andrew Thomas like, where he can stop power and speed.
Yeah, I mean, they said he's an absolute savage.
Mhm.
Like,
He's not the one comparison to Evan Neal is that he's not like he can't get deep.
yeah.
So if a guy is getting real deep in the backfield, he's going to have a tough time keeping up with him.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll come with NFL coaching.
Yeah.
And then a strong DN would bully him, like beat him. He doesn't have great hands.
Okay.
Like a Myles Garrett,
Miles Garrett would eat
Brian
him alive.
Burns.
yeah.
Brian Burns.
Yeah, Brian Burns and his 8 sacks. Yeah, I mean, all his cons are just are rookie
Kind of
alignment,
footwork, polishing,
Yeah.
stuff.
footwork,
Yeah.
center of
Yeah.
balance,
Yeah.
like all stuff like that.
Tidy stuff
Sometimes
up.
stands up a little
And
bit. 'cause
hopefully we
he's-
have the right O-line coach now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sometimes he stands up a little bit because he's 6'6".
that's
But I think he's going to be a very good tackle. And while I do want an offensive playmaker, I do think if we took him at 6, I wouldn't hate it. I'd be a
Wouldn't be
little upset.
thrilled.
That's your third choice.
No, that's my. I mean, I didn't do
No,
it,
I mean like it, QB, wide receiver.
and then him.
Yeah.
Or I'd actually be okay with like an edge rusher. But there's no really edges that stand out in this draft.
Yeah,
I mean,
kind of
because I think they're just going to roll with Kayvon and Burns. I don't think they're going to.
and Aziz too. You gotta remember.
Yeah, I don't think they're.
Yeah,
Gonna,
I mean,
I don't think they're
Aziz-
going to do an
kinda
early
packed.
draft pick to an outside rusher.
No, I don't think so
No.
either.
But you
I looked
never
at
know.
that too. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe Chop Robinson, and
Yeah.
kind of.
It's possible, but I don't think so. But
Yeah.
I do like this kid. I think he's gonna be a great tackle.
yeah, I agree.
He'll be a good left tackle for the Chargers, I believe. And then
yeah, probably.
if he's there at 6 and we take him, we take him. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I went wild card. I did guys completely different that we're most likely not taking because
I like
I
it.
figured you guys would cover the guys we're actually going to take.
Yeah.
I like it. You want to touch on neighbors?
Yeah. I had Neighbors is one of my also realistic picks. I've seen. I think he ran a low 4 in the draft or in the pro day. I forget what the exact time was.
Yeah, like 4-3
Yeah, it
or
was-
something.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
I think he's like you said earlier. I think someone mentioned. I think it was Yui, and he's one of the more modern wide receivers that
Beckham
teams are
kind of
looking
started
for.
that trend, I feel like.
Yeah,
he did.
That like
He did.
5'11" ish
Yeah.
receiver who is
Yeah,
just a playmaker.
he can beat
just
you on a
ball out.
slant route.
He can go deep. He can
Yeah.
run a curl.
just burn you.
Yeah, so I can totally see him being the best receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
Like you said, 1B. How I don't know. I forgot how big he was. How big he is, but
He is.
I
About
think he's
6
a-
feet.
okay.
Yeah. 6 foot.
Okay.
200. So basically Odell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be. I'd rather have Neighbors than O'Duns.
Odunze.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's I think
That's not like a crazy take.
no, but I think what you're trying to go with is like a what
Nothing. I'm telling him how to talk into the mic because
with your voice.
Yeah. He's always quiet.
yeah.
You just gotta talk into the top.
I think you're more saying your personal preference of style
Yeah.
of receiver, not that Neighbors is so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Am
definitely.
I
Yeah.
understanding that right?
Yeah.
The more explosive receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would like to have a more explosive receiver. I mean, I am kind of torn after the Larry Fitzgerald comparisons.
It's pretty good.
You know, I
comparison.
would
just
like a
just watch his highlights and you're gonna. That's
Yeah.
what sold me.
I feel like he can get like Odunze can get you an easy first down when if it's like 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4, and more Neighbors is kind of like your explosive guy like Beckham.
Yeah.
who can get
Yeah.
you a touchdown
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
two
neighbors.
plays.
Neighbors is your more typical, to Ian's point,
Modern
wide receiver.
style.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson.
I think Neighbors broke the all-time LSU receiving record,
I actually have stats here.
he
which
might
is
have.
ridiculous.
so
it
if
kind
you
of
think
reminds me of
that.
Jarvis
So-
Landry.
So in
A little bit.
22,
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison.
Well, Jarvis is
Yeah.
definitely he was really the first of
What
that
happened
style.
to old Jarvis?
Just got
What's-
old.
What's he up to?
He also wasn't really explosive. He was
Yeah.
a great like possession receiver.
Yeah.
So in 22 for Neighbors, he had 72 catches, 17 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Last year, he kind of broke out a little bit. 89 catches, 69 yards, and 14 touchdowns.
Jesus.
And who was thrown to him?
Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Daniels.
I guess
I
that's
think-
what happens when you have a Heisman Trophy winner thrown
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
He threw
Was
for,
he
what, 50
was he at
touchdowns?
LSU in 22? I don't think he was, right?
He was Arizona State.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
I
threw to Ayuk.
Yeah, I think he only played 1 year at LSU. No.
I think it might have been.
No, that can't be. Yeah,
no, I think he
probably
played last
there
year.
for 2.
I think he was there last year.
Yeah.
So then it seems
I
like
keep forgetting it's 2024.
Yeah.
So then
yeah.
it seems like he's
All
already
lost.
he's very good with an okay quarterback.
Yeah.
And then if you have a really good one, he's elite.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the same way with Odunze too. I'm going to pronounce his name different every time I say
Until
his
I
last
hear
name.
an announcer say it correctly, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I have no idea how it's pronounced.
Odunze.
I got no idea.
And I don't feel like going
Odunze
back and
sounds
watching
fun.
a Washington game to
Yeah.
hear how they do it.
But yeah, I feel
I
like
tend to watch the highlights on mute when I I have the baby, so
Yeah.
I was sitting there on my
Yeah.
phone, just dead silent.
Just reading closed caption.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can really go wrong with either pick.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think you
I think
can
both
either.
would be fine.
All right, and then my other target because I had the two receivers. Gotta throw him in there, JJ McCarthy.
Ooh.
You gotta throw him in there. You have to talk about him.
He's doing it.
You
All
have to
right.
talk about him.
Talk to us.
So I watched. I think it was about a 15 or 20-minute video. I think Chase Daniel was breaking him down.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all right. Like he's a good system quarterback, but he doesn't do much.
That's what makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I see Ryan Tannehill kind of.
Yeah,
quarterback.
Yeah.
He has-
I feel like JJ needs to go to a good team.
Yeah.
He needs to
Yeah.
go to.
He'd be
The
Brock
Jets.
Purdy.
I could see that.
Yeah.
He needs to go to the Jets in the second round.
Yeah.
Sit behind Rodgers for 2 years.
He's not
Even like
to
a
the second round.
Miami where there's like a lot of guys where you could just sling it.
You want him to play though.
I know, but I feel like they're gonna dump Tua. But
I could see
I feel
him
like
going
the
to. Like,
Vikings are just going to trade up and take him.
I
that
could
would-
see
that
the
would be a
Lions
really
taking
nice fit
McCarthy.
for him.
They got Malik Hooker.
Yeah.
He was the best.
But like a guy behind Goff.
I said last year, I
Malik
said he was going to
Hooker.
be the best QB out of the
I mean,
draft.
his peripherals were all good. Like he had the arm, he had the athleticism,
Mhm.
but oh well.
Yeah. Well, he was hurt.
Yeah. But like a guy sit behind Goff for like 2 years.
Yeah.
But I think whoever takes him is going to take him to most likely
Jared Goff
start.
could be a New York Giant
Hey.
next year.
Apparently, he's going to get a big extension.
He's trying to get an extension.
Yeah.
Full
Lion-
year,
the
50
Lions
million.
like
they
him a lot.
should give him an
He's
Yeah.
gotten like so good over the
Mhm.
past couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not elite, but he's
just
very
solid.
good. Yeah.
Just solid.
I didn't write anything down on him because I think our
No,
original
there's-
plan was to have one of us do a quarterback. But I do question the offense. They say he comes from a pro style offense at Michigan, and so it was run heavy.
Yeah, I mean
So
he'll
I kinda-
adapt to the
They use
NFL
Corley
quickly.
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
But like JJ McCarthy was not your game changer.
No, he's a
Yeah.
game manager.
Yeah. So
he put up mediocre numbers on a stacked team.
I think top 6, even top 10 might be a little high for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's either going to go very, very early, like he's being talked about right now, or
Yep.
slide.
Yeah.
Like a Will Levis, like, not
I
that
could see
far.
that. I could totally see that.
Yeah.
Because he was
I
getting
could
a lot
see.
of
Yeah,
hype,
I
too.
know. I could see
It's the
Will
same
Levis
thing.
like early second round.
Smoke
Yeah.
screen.
He
Remember
was
they
getting a ton of hype.
Yeah,
that poor kid like went to the draft. 'cause
I
he
could
got-
see the Cardinals taking him early second round.
Ooh.
I could see that.
Everyone's like,
Interesting.
"Oh, they want to move on from Kyler." Maybe they don't.
Maybe the
or maybe
Jets.
they're waiting until they can,
Yeah.
Mhm.
when the contract's a little more feasible to get out of, and they
Yeah.
just have McCarthy sitting there for a year or 2,
Mhm.
and then get rid of Kyler.
Yeah.
Maybe the Jets
Good.
do that.
I mean, I think the Jets, if
The
they
Jets
had
should highly consider doing that.
it, not at 10 though.
Trade back to like 20.
Trade with the Chiefs. Just trade to 32
Yeah,
and
just-
take a quarterback, so you have the 5th pick or the 5th year option.
True.
But
Don't think it's a
they
bad move.
most likely take like a Bowers or an Alt.
Mhm.
Someone
Yeah.
to help them win now,
Yeah.
which is smart because your quarterback's like 45 years old.
Yeah,
Did
It's only got so
anyone
much
have Bowers as a reach?
I did.
I did.
Oh,
I had
let's
him as-
jump right
I
into
also
it.
had him as a
I
reach.
did.
Well, I
Oh.
still have 2 left.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, that's right, because you went completely off far.
Uh huh. So,
Oh,
my-
I actually had Bowers in my realistic.
oh, so my second realistic option was Dallas Turner.
Oh, okay.
It was edge.
Edge, Alabama.
Yes, I think Alabama. Was he Bama or Georgia? He's Bama. This is just speculation for me about the defense. I don't know if Bowen's going to run a 3-4 or a 4-3.
I was asking myself that same question today.
If it's a 3-4, this guy kind of projects as a traditional DN,
Yep.
not so much a
Like a
like
hybrid,
like a
yeah.
like a Thibodeau can play like a linebacker ish.
Yeah.
This guy projects as a traditional DN, and he's got the size. I mean, he's 6'4", 250.
Damn.
Like he can put on 10, 15 pounds and play
He's a
next
big
to
dude.
Dexter.
He's a big dude. He's like Leonard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and I don't think he is. Ojulari is gone after this year.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
I think they would like to use him rotationally to keep him healthy.
Yeah.
Imagine a front four of Thibodeau if he gets consistent, Dexter, Turner next to Dexter, and Burns as the other outside linebacker.
It's pretty good.
Be real
So you
solid.
have Thibodeau, Dex, and Turner as your three linemen, with Burns as, because I don't think Burns is a lineman. I think Burns is a good blitzing linebacker.
Yeah, he's
like, I
kinda
see
like
Burns
a
as a-
Micah Parsons-ish.
Well, even Parsons can play D. I think if I can't even think, maybe like a Joey Bosa is more of a comparison for Brian Burns.
Yeah.
Not a great pass rusher, good at like a good
Yeah,
pass rusher, but he's
Good
also
pressure. Yeah.
he's probably our second best linebacker.
Does Bosa really play linebacker though? I'm pretty sure he's just a defensive end.
Edge.
Yeah,
They're all
I don't-
edge now.
Yeah, but I don't think either of the Bosas
I don't
drop
think he drops back.
back. Yeah.
But I mean like that, like pass rush level, he's kind of like a Joey Bosa, but Burns can absolutely set the outside edge,
100%.
with the run,
Yeah.
and then Okereke, and now we have Simmons back and McFadden.
Yeah, that's right. We have Simmons.
So
Forgot
just
about that.
imagine a front seven of Thibodeau, Dexter, Turner, Okereke, Burns, Simmons, and McFadden.
I want our defense to be like constant rotating.
I want
door.
Spagnuolo
Where people
era, just
like-
rotate
just
NASCAR,
People
like-
just coming
I'd like
in
that
and
too.
out. Just
A violent defense.
Yeah. So I know you went to the bathroom. I was saying Dallas Turner,
Yeah, I heard
the
when I was
edge from
walking up.
Bama.
Okay.
And that's just totally conditional on if we play a 3-4 defense.
Okay.
This dude's huge. He's 6'4",
Is he
250.
outside?
He's an edge.
Oh, okay.
But he profiles as more a traditional D end and not so much like a linebacker type.
That could work.
So imagine like him lining up next to Dex,
Mhm.
put on maybe 10 pounds, like play 6'4", 265-ish.
Yeah.
yeah.
Play next to Dex as that D end.
Yeah.
How's he in the run?
Let me take a look. Because I briefly scanned his stuff. I know he's very good gap to gap.
Okay.
So he's not going to get locked
Well,
up.
that's half of it.
Yeah, he can dip around corners. So he still needs to stack a secondary move.
Mm-hmm.
Lacks high end mass and frame density, which means he's going to put on weight in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect to play.
Frame density.
Yeah. Can be more consistent with pass rush and execution on. So I think I'm just scouting Kayvon Thibodeau. Good pass rusher.
So you do love him.
Good pass rusher, no second move. Needs to improve lower body strength to prevent run game displacement. So he kind of gets moved in the pile a little bit.
Okay.
But he knows how to play the position. So
Okay.
I'm just like, as a potential out of left field pick,
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
potentially the top D end in the draft,
Yeah.
and really shore up that front seven to just be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because our secondary is very shaky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if Thibodeau takes that next step, then you have an elite pass rusher, the best defensive tackle in football now that Aaron Donald is retired,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and a potential great D end with Brian Burns kind of playing that pass rush
Edge kind
run
of hybrid
stop
guy.
Yeah.
linebacker,
Mhm.
Okereke up the middle with Simmons and McFadden just kind of playing those rovers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then my third one isn't even a pick. It's a trade.
Oh.
Ooh.
I like that. Up
We
or down?
trade with the Vikings.
Ah.
The Vikings want to move up and get their quarterback. You give us 11, 23, 129, and your second round pick next year.
Whoa. Damn.
Tell me that's not unrealistic.
It's not.
I mean, two
'cause
firsts,
it's, you know it's for a quarterback.
two firsts, a fourth, and a second.
It's
Your
not
second next year.
next year. So it basically.
So you go up and get your quarterback, and we
Not
get
bad.
picks.
I like it.
And
There's
then
still like a couple other good wide receivers in
or we take
that
Brock
top
Bowers at
15.
11,
even that too.
and then like safety at 23.
Aren't
Yeah.
the Jets at 10 though?
Yeah, but the Jets, whoever they take, I don't know.
I think they take.
I didn't
Bowers.
scout out. I didn't scout out around that area of the draft.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bowers, he was my other guy.
Yeah, he's my reach. I figured we transition right into that.
Yeah.
Bingo,
he's-
reach.
He's my other guy who's actually a realistic target.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them taking.
I just
him,
figured
yeah.
if Darren Waller's half in, half out, I know he still hasn't made a decision yet.
Consider him
And
out.
Honestly, I'm tired of that guy. Like, just
Yeah.
I hate him.
like fuck him. Like,
Yeah.
He's not good.
yeah, I don't understand how you say like 5 weeks ago you're going to decide soon and you're still not sure what you're doing. So I think Brock Bowers, we know what he did at Georgia. He's obviously going to be probably more than likely good in the NFL.
He's 6'4", 240.
Yeah,
like he's
yeah.
just
He's
built to be a
freak.
tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously a need.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
He also ran a 4.5.
he was
pretty
that
good.
fast.
Yeah, at 6'4", 240, he ran a 4.5.
Wow.
My
That's
only
With a
concern
40-inch
is,
vertical.
Didn't he get injured a little bit last year?
He did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
had
missed a lot of
surgery.
time.
Yeah. It's the only thing that kind of worries me about him,
Mhm.
but I don't really this is kind of a weird class. Remember last year it was so tight end heavy? I
Yeah.
feel like it's
Yeah.
not as tight end heavy.
Yeah, there's
so-
not much.
Yeah, I was looking at his weaknesses. They said he can be a little bit stiff in the hips. I mean, if you watch him at Georgia, he does catch a lot of deep balls.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not a great, like, run 5 yards, make a quick twist on a linebacker, and you're open and then make a play.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an expansive route tree for a tight end.
Yep.
But he's not a great route runner.
No.
He kind of tracks the ball a little late. He's not a great pass catcher, but he's a tight end, so you're not scouting a receiver.
How's his blocking?
Overshoots angles. I mean, he's okay. He's an okay blocker. I think ceiling of Gronk, floor of Daniel Bellinger, kind of
That's
guy.
fair. Yeah.
Maybe like 400 yards, stuff like that. He's not going to be a blocker, but he's not going to be like Evan Ingram.
Yeah, where he just
Yeah.
basically a receiver.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like an
hanging in there.
all-around tight end playing right now that's kind of comparable.
Gerald Everett. No, I don't know.
No, I mean, it's tough because the best all-around tight ends are the best tight ends.
Yeah.
Will Dissly.
There isn't like a tight end that's okay at blocking and okay at. Oh, maybe like
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry,
That's not
That's a
bad.
good one.
Yeah.
like prime Hunter Henry,
Yeah.
where he's going to get you 700 yards, couple touchdowns, and block
Yeah.
well. Or what's his name on the Vikings now?
He reminds me of Logan Thomas.
Oh, T.J.
too.
Hawkins.
Hawkinson's a good comp.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Logan Thomas before he got hurt a bunch.
Yeah, Logan Thomas was turning into a solid tight end.
Mr. Thomas.
Let me see what they give him as his pro comp, because that's always interesting. I mean, the NFL.com pro comp is always tough, but it just gives you an
Yeah.
idea of kind of who he compares
Sometimes they
to
give you
size
some,
wise.
like, random ass name in there too.
George Kittle he comps to
Yep.
Really?
size and play style,
Yeah.
so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Bowers was my reach.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see him being a legit target at 6 with the other
I
needs we
think,
have.
I think it's a little high.
If one of the
Yeah.
receivers is there, there's no way we take a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any 6th pick?
No, I had Bowers as well.
I have a reach.
Go for
it's,
it.
It's a little off the board too. Cornerback
Okay.
from Alabama, Terrion Arnold.
Oh, that's what I had, Brian.
Yeah?
Damn it.
Was he a second round guy for you?
No, he was a reach for me in the first round.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Redshirt sophomore, 6'4", 189. Ran a 4.5 40. His comp is Marshawn Lattimore.
Okay.
Smooth, fluid hips, sharp movement. He's twitchy and explosive.
Yep.
Good instincts and IQ. Cons, we got inconsistent tackling, and the zone coverage is a little soft.
He's pretty young too, right? Like 21 years old. Or
Yeah, I
something
didn't
like
get
that.
the age,
Yeah.
but I mean, I watched a little bit on him, and he's quick.
He's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a pretty good tackler. too.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want a corner, that's a good one.
And you
I
got
don't
two
think-
young corners with Banks and him.
Yeah.
Kind of set there. So,
I hope Hawkins takes a step this year.
so do I.
Yeah.
I think he will.
I think everyone's kind of hoping that.
I think he's
Or else we're
destined
screwed.
to be a safety
Yeah.
just with his height.
Yeah.
He's just not quick enough to play corner in the NFL.
Wouldn't who's the safeties right now? Belton and Pinnock?
Pinnock. Yeah.
Didn't they have someone else? I could have sworn we had another safety.
Beavers? No, he's a linebacker,
No.
right?
Beavers. Darian Beavers.
The Beavis.
I'm looking right now at the depth chart.
Cordell Flott? No, he's a corner.
Aaron Robinson's still on the team, I guess.
no way.
Apparently.
Jalen Mills.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
oh,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And we have, we still have Javarius Owens, but he's
Well,
special teamer.
And we still have Darnay.
Darnay Holmes, Pro Way Darnay.
Gettleman pick.
Cordell should have fucking taken his play time last year. I don't know why he didn't. Are we ready?
Yeah, we should get into round two.
Yeah,
Round
let's get
two?
to round two. This is where it kind of gets fun.
We want to do fall first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who wants to hit
Yeah.
their fall
I'll
first?
go first.
Okay.
Mine is kind of a. I think he's going to go in the first round, but I'm kind of hoping he falls.
I think this guy, the guy I have, is the same. He's going to go like early to mid 20s.
Who is it?
It is Cooper DeJean,
I know the name. What is it?
quarterback from
Corner.
Iowa.
Is he the white
Oh.
dude?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
It's not going to
Yeah,
work.
he's-
that's another white corner from Iowa. Remember
Yeah.
last year?
Riley
Riley, yeah.
Moss.
Yeah, Riley Moss.
He is on Tampa.
Think so.
Yeah.
I
don't
think
know
he's
where
a
he
safety
is.
now.
Yeah, I think
They're
I'm not sure
always
he's
destined to be
Yeah.
safeties. They just can't keep up.
Yeah, but this guy is more profiled to be a cornerback. He's
Okay.
better at more interceptions, tracking the ball.
Sounds like a free safety.
Ball hawk.
No,
Yeah?
yeah, I know, but he's quicker. But he's not as good as at tackling. From what I've read, he's not a great like.
So he's
free
still
sa-
sounds like a free safety.
yeah, but he's not as violent as a safety. From what I've
He's
seen.
not like
Well,
a downhill,
when you hear
yeah.
free safety, you can't
Yeah,
think
he's
of
not
Cam
very
Chancellor and Earl
advanced.
Thomas.
I don't, but most
Most
safeties
free
run
safties
downhill.
tend to be center fielders.
Yeah.
Most safeties run downhill, and
No,
No,
Strong
strong
safety.
safety.
Strong
Landon
safety.
Collins style and
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
McKinney.
but-
Hit you in the
well,
face.
McKinney's a free safety.
Yeah.
Love is a strong safety.
Yes.
Yes. Pinnock is a strong
Mr.
safety.
Jordan Love.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's
Yes.
always up there tackling.
Giants
But-
have always done well safety wise.
Oh,
We always find someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I see he's going to go late first. I saw him; he might go to Philly.
Ugh.
So
Typical.
They wouldn't do that.
I don't know. I don't think it'd be a terrible pick for late second, kind of late.
He's not from
second round.
Georgia, so he's not going to go to Philly.
Georgia.
They're just trying to build the Georgia Bulldogs defense.
but he'd have to
Yeah, right.
fall pretty significantly to get picked by the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Especially now.
Yeah,
They
And
don't
he
have
can
that
play
early
special
second.
teams, from what I've
oh yeah, any safety can play special teams.
corner.
Safety. I'm telling you, he's a white dude who's a ball hawk. He's a safety.
I'll take Harrison Smith.
Yeah, but Harrison Smith
Heck
could
yeah.
lay the wood.
Yeah.
This guy sounds a lot more like
McKinney.
a McKinney, but McKinney could hit.
Jason Sehorn.
That's what I mean.
Sehorn was an actual corner though.
I know.
I'm trying to think of a ball hawk safety.
You don't hear about him. 'cause
Ed
they don't do
Reed.
much.
Ed Reed could
Yeah.
hit.
We're getting Ed Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what?
you don't really hear about just
Pro
the ball
comp
hawk safety.
Ed Reed.
Because usually the good free safeties still can hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he can play corner, he can play corner. Riley Moss could have played corner, but isn't he like 6'3"?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
kind of
he's
tall.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
went a
Corners
little
now
bold.
have to be like
It was a little
5'11",
wild
6
card
foot.
for me.
That's your sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. Sauce.
I had a more obvious pick too, but I didn't want to choose that.
It's fine. I'll go with my reach.
Go ahead.
Or my fall guy. Second round. I'm assuming we take a quarterback with this pick.
Okay.
So round 2, if he's there, he won't be. I'd love Xavier Legette out of South Carolina.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I like it.
I looked into him.
6'1", 220, big body receiver, ran like a 4.4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
He's quick. He's got a good catch radius. He's explosive.
Mm-hmm.
He can move. I mean,
I did hear his hands weren't fantastic.
yeah. His hands. He does not. He also doesn't have that like sixth gear to outrun a D-back. He'll get
Yeah.
chased down. He's kind of in a way, best comp I can give for us is like a Kenny Galladay, but like
Yeesh.
designed kind of more of a jump ball, big
Yeah.
catch radius,
Yeah.
Okay.
30 yards downfield kind of
Yeah.
guy. Not like he's going to run a curl and then run for another 5-10 yards. Yeah, his hands can be a little out instead of very. He needs to really compact his
Tighten up.
Yeah.
yeah at the point of catch. Yeah, he plays loose, like
Yeah.
he's out there where
He's
he needs
athletic.
he needs to tighten up his play.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I think he's going to go late first because he's got a ton of potential and could be disgusting.
This is what I ran into when I was looking at round 2. Like the receivers that would be there in round 2, there's some like major flaws to them, like the hands.
Yep.
Like, that's a
Yeah.
major flaw.
It's like that.
There's-
that kid
there's
from
always-
Florida State too.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
one.
I
There's
had
one
him.
thing
Yeah.
wrong, but it's like a big red flag.
It's like a huge thing.
Yeah. That's why I didn't take target any wide receivers in the second round.
I don't think
Yeah.
I did either.
They're
Xavier Leggette's pro comp is Kenny Britt.
oh,
Well, Kenny
right.
Britt was
Yeah.
solid.
He was solid for a minute. Yeah.
but a second round.
That's just
Pick.
what Bleacher Report has him at. Let me look at Draft Buzz. Draft Buzz is pretty decent. Draft Buzz has his pro comp as where is it? Come on. They do so much.
Come on.
They have Lad McConkey ranked over him.
Interesting.
Oh, really?
They have this guy compared to DK.
Okay.
Oh,
Whoa. Well, that's like a potential.
Yeah.
okay.
But like the same like kind of
Same profile.
He's muscular, like he's a
Yeah.
big, strong dude. So
Profile wise.
Xavier Legette,
Mm-hmm.
if you think you can fix him, you might get DK Metcalf.
Okay. Okay.
I'll
All right.
take that.
I got a nice fall guy here. This doesn't come as a surprise. Took a guard, Cooper Beebe, out of
Ooh,
K State.
Is it
wrote him.
Beeb or BB?
I'm saying Beebe.
There's
I
two E's
think-
on either side.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Beebe.
Yeah,
Bebe
yeah,
I
from
think
South
it's
Bebe.
Bebe.
So K State 6'3", 222. They said honestly, people could be watching his film right now and fall in love with this guy, and he could be a late first.
I think it's Beeb.
Beebe.
Yeah.
All right, Cooper Beebe. But
BB.
basically, they said
He's
does
from
it-
Kansas City. He's a Midwest.
He does everything
That's a lineman,
well.
Greg. That's a
Oh,
lineman.
corn fed.
That's
Corn
a Kansas
fed.
City.
We don't
6'3",
take offensive
320.
linemen from California. That's what I'm saying.
That's a Kansas City Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
he's destined to be a chief.
I love when I see this. They said elite mass.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I'm watching his video from the combine.
He's a
That is
savage.
a house.
Yeah. And he's quick on the pull. They said his range is unbelievable. He's quicker than you think. So he could very well be gone. Like
Kevin Zeitler comp.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
a good
It's not
comp.
bad.
Draft projection round 3 by NFL.com.
I can see.
I don't see that. He's a round 2 guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think? I was just thinking. The way
I was looking at him as one of my picks.
the way
and-
people were describing him was like he does everything well. There was very few weaknesses. I think they just said maybe they think he's a little heavy. Just
6'3", 320.
Yeah.
As a
I think-
guard, you could probably afford to lose 15 pounds.
yeah, maybe 10 or 15
Play at
pounds.
300.
The Chiefs will take him at like 32.
Yeah, and he'll
they'll
be a
snap-
stud.
And he'll be a stud.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that'd be a good place to take a guard. I think we could still use another one, especially if Evan Neal does not play well at tackle.
Yes.
You're going to have to kick someone outside.
And we're not the only ones
So-
saying this.
No.
I mean,
it's a
clearly
real
the
thing.
Giants are taking into account that Evan Neal is dog shit.
Oh, yeah, they have to cover their
We've
bases.
brought in
Yeah.
we have a whole starting line right now that doesn't include him.
Yeah.
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 Like it's right now, I think the depth chart would be Thomas, Runyon,
Yeah, probably Runyon.
and then JMS, and then who's that other guard they got?
Oh, the guy from Tampa, right?
Yes,
What's his
Mini,
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like that.
something like
Stinny,
Stinny. Yeah.
and then Illuminor at right tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we could play the whole. We could start the season without Evan Neal,
Yeah.
Yeah, you really could.
and then I believe the plan is Neal at right tackle and Illuminor can bust inside.
Bust into right.
Mm-hmm. Now I would not be surprised if we see day 2 of training camp Evan Neal taking reps at guard.
He should. I think they
You,
very well
you
should.
cannot Eric Flowers us.
Because I think
No.
I think Illuminor is better at right tackle than he is at guard.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
Illuminor's a very athletic player.
Yeah,
For a
he
lineman.
was solid at guard.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Sorry.
Uh oh.
Sorry. Oh my God. Sorry.
we can edit.
NFL.com's playing stuff. Who else? Who's got it?
So my fall guy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into it.
Your Ipe, your fall guy.
Quarterback from Washington.
Jesus, Brian.
Michael Penix.
16 million, Brian.
Michael Penix, senior,
Penis
6'2",
Jr.
216. His comp is Tua. Nice. Like Tua, he also won the Maxwell Award winner.
Is that the best quarterback?
It's the best all-around player.
Quarterback. Oh, best
in
all
college
around.
football.
Is that not the Heisman?
It's separate from the Heisman. Tua's the only other guy.
It's
to,
like the NFL Offensive Player of the Year
See-
and the MVP, which is always
Basically,
the
they,
same.
they want to make kids feel good. So they're like,
Since
if you don't win the
20
Heisman, you win
since
the Maxwell.
2014, the only other guy to win the Maxwell Award and not win the Heisman was Tua.
Wow.
He did tore his ACL twice.
Both, right?
I
I think it's both
didn't-
knees one time each.
It
Yeah.
sounded like Frank. He
In
did
eight-
tour.
Tour.
never gonna walk again.
Breakfast.
In 18 and 20, he was first team All American last year and second team All Pac-12.
Put your reading glasses on. You have
I
to
was
lean
writing
in.
this in the dealership today as I was getting an oil change. And second team All Pac-12 because Caleb.
Yeah,
In 2020,
he did beat Caleb.
What?
He did beat Caleb,
Yes, he did.
basically to eliminate USC from playoff contention.
Made him cry.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And made him cry.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was the cry game.
Yep.
In 2022, passed for 46, 41 yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 picks. Last year, 4903 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 11 picks. So this guy's a pocket passer.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not going to
He's
run.
like the pocket passer in this draft.
Yeah.
Like
And
Flacco.
he throws a great ball.
There's something about Flacco.
He throws a great ball.
He does.
And
I think he's got the best pure ball in the.
He
in
has
the
a
draft.
cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for a,
and he
for a not
rifles
like
it.
big guy. He throws hard.
Yeah.
It looks smooth too.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
does.
yeah.
It looks effortless.
Yeah.
It looks effortless.
such a tight spiral too. And
Nice
before
and
the
tight.
pre-snap, he's very good at picking out the blitzes
Yes.
pre-snap, which is very good. Especially if you're going to be a pocket passer, you're going to hang around in there. You want to know who's coming where.
Yeah. That's unfortunately my bold prediction for this draft that we trade to 32 and take Penis.
I wouldn't.
I'm gonna
hate
call
it.
it. I don't care. His name is
wouldn't
Michael
hate
Penis.
Michael Penis.
I don't care if
Good
we
arm.
ever blow up and we have to interview him. We'll be like, so Michael Penis, what's it like playing for the Giants?
But he also does get the ball out quick, and he's very good. At,
Yeah.
Because he's very good at getting away from
Yep.
blitzes and not taking a sack.
Yeah, and he'd be perfect here because he can't. Not that he can't move, but he doesn't move.
yeah.
And to sit for a year behind Jones and let Jones get drilled again
Until they really
and
sure up
really
everything.
fix the line next year, which
Yeah.
next year it's next year. Next year they're gonna fix the line. Next year they're gonna fix the line.
So
In a fucking decade.
So my cons, first I have is
Yeah.
that he's a lefty.
Okay.
Given our O-line
Right tackle situation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big.
Can Andrew
honestly,
Thomas move to the right?
It's a massive consideration.
Yeah.
It actually probably would be if they take
Yeah.
him. They'd probably have to go to Thomas and
It's
be
a
like,
pretty
"Hey,
big
you
consideration.
got to protect the blind side."
Yeah. So that, I mean, everything else about this guy, he really does look good.
I know.
But he's
I've kind of grown to like him as well.
he's not mobile outside the pocket, and he's not good throwing outside of the pocket because he's not used. He'd rather just sit in there and
Yeah.
throw.
Even the
just throw
fact
the
that he
ball.
was holding his entire body when he was walking out
Yeah.
of the national championship kind of concerned me a little
Yeah.
bit. But
Well,
And then his injury history obviously is a concern.
the fact that he's non-mobile is why I don't like him.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
not a modern NFL quarterback.
it's like, can you be non-mobile?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I
so.
think you have to have that extra dimension to your game to keep defenses honest.
Yeah,
Unless you
Because
have all
defenses
these
are so-
playmakers outside of you.
Yeah, you have to have a great team
Yeah.
yeah.
because defenses are so fast now that if you are only running receivers and a tight end out there with no threat of the quarterback moving, they'll just cover,
Yeah.
or they'll just send the house over and over and over.
If this was 2003, he's a perfect.
If this was
quarterback.
2015,
yeah,
Yeah, he's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like you, as a quarterback now, you have to be able to move.
Yeah, you got to be able to move in
And
some way, shape, or
just
form.
move. Like you don't like Joe Burrow is fine. Rush for 250, 300 yards a season,
Yeah.
which is basically just a couple
But he's
6-7
but
yard
he's
scrambles
so
here and there.
elite in the pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can move the pocket, and
Yeah.
then when it collapses, he can run for 9 yards.
Yeah.
and then slide.
yeah.
Like that's what you need. You need a guy that can just escape and not get sacked
Yeah.
or like tackled for a loss.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I mean, everything outside of his ability to not go
Yeah.
outside the pocket, he looks really fucking good.
Yeah, I think he's a Dallas Cowboy.
Oh, I
Okay.
haven't heard
I
that.
think they're done with Dak after this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And he's going to be starting for them next year.
All right.
I could see
All
that
right.
would be
And
something.
Dak will be a Giant.
Joe.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I had him as a fall, but
I would
realistically,
I would take
you
Dak for like a middle of the road deal.
I honestly would
Yeah,
not
I
be
mean,
against cutting Daniel Jones. Well, you cut Jones, you have no cap it next year. You have a receiver this year. You take something else in the second to help,
You basically have no
The
money
offense.
on the books. Yeah.
and then you sign Dak to like a 2-year, $40 million deal, $20 million a year,
I would do it.
even just a 1-year
I don't
deal.
think he's going to take 20.
No,
if
he'll go
Kirk just
start
got
some-
all this money, then
Yeah, Dak will get $60 million guaranteed.
We'll go to like the Vikings and get.
Yeah, unless the Vikings trade up with us and get their guy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or trade up with Arizona or LA.
But
I mean, I could if anyone trades up, I think it's going to be the Chargers moving down with the Vikings
I could see that.
to jump us. 'Cause I think Arizona takes Marvin Harrison.
I feel like no team ever wants to trade with us.
No,
Like to move up somewhere. Like
it's also for years Jerry Reese did fucking dick,
yeah.
and Gettleman
never
was like
traded.
never ever move down,
Yeah.
and now Joe Shane is
Well,
just
when
like,
they did.
well, who's the worst player I could take?
when they did move down, they selected
Scathing.
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they got the pick that got them Evan Neal.
Yeah.
So moving down does not
And
work
Or
out
was
for
it
us.
Thibodeau?
Yeah.
No, our pick was Thibodeau.
Was it?
It doesn't really matter.
It does matter.
but anyway, yeah, I had him as a fall, but honestly, you're probably going to have to trade up to get him.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's everyone's fall. Connor, you got your fall, right?
Connor, who you got?
Yeah, I said Cooper DeJean.
Yes. So we're
Yeah.
on to second
Targets.
round realistic players.
Yep.
Second round.
You want me to go first?
Okay.
Yeah, go first.
Yeah, go.
All right, so I chose one of my realistic picks were running back Jonathan Brooks.
Nice.
Ooh, Texas,
okay.
right?
Yes.
Nice.
He's
He's a power runner, right?
yes,
Yeah.
and he is fast on the outside.
Yeah, yeah.
What I like about him is he doesn't have a ton of mileage on his body. He only has 238 carries
In college.
Yeah,
Oh,
but one.
That's
downside-
also like a
one con I have to it is he tore his ACL in November.
Mm.
ooh. So
Oh.
he's
Yeah.
just done for this year, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in November.
Like
ended
you
the
won't see
season.
him till mid-season.
Yeah,
how's he a second round pick?
He's supposed to be.
probably
Great.
saving
they like
potential,
his
yeah.
film.
Why
He's
is he
got-
coming out?
He's got very good spatial awareness.
How old is he that he's only had
Um,
so many carries?
He is.
Got to be a senior.
He was a sophomore.
He should have gone back
What
for
is
his
your
junior
sophomore?
year.
What an idiot!
I mean, really though.
He should have gone back. Yeah.
I do think the teams like the young age, though.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I
They're-
think they like the extra years, the low mileage, and the potential.
I think it's like
he's
guys
probably
with
had
Tommy
teams
John now.
tell
They don't
him
even
he'll
worried
get-
about an ACL.
Yeah, he's probably had teams tell him he'll get taken in the top 3 rounds.
yeah,
and was
I
like,
think that's
screw it.
more going to be the trend now with drafting running backs.
Yeah.
You're going to take a
I think
young
so, too.
guy who's
Yep. Who they can put mileage on for
Yeah.
their rookie
Yep.
deal and then get rid of.
Yep, like that. I don't know when this Wisconsin running back's projected, but Braylon Allen, he's like
Yes.
21 years old.
I saw
Next
him
year,
too.
I think.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
going in the draft this year.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
The running back class is going to be better next year.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But
I've-
he's getting comparisons to Jamal Charles,
Ooh.
which is
That's Braylon Allen or Brooks?
Brooks.
Jonathan Brooks.
I never thought of Charles as a power runner, but he did run hard.
He always ran hard.
He was very good with like spatial awareness too, and getting to the outside.
You know what?
at times.
It's always the dreads too. They
Yeah.
always look like
Yep.
they're running harder with
Yep.
the dreads. I've
There's like flying
it's in the
around.
wind. Yeah.
I have a pretty good segue if we're gonna stick with running backs as a realistic.
Go for it.
Hit it.
I got Trey Benson from Florida State.
I like that too. I
it.
saw that.
All right.
I had him as one of my guys.
Yeah, he's like 6 foot, 215, maybe a little bigger.
Yeah.
They said he's just really solid all around. I mean, I think some of his stats may be a little bit elevated because they were playing so well and they were such a good team for like
Yeah.
95% of the year.
Yeah.
But I think he'd be a good like
He ran a 4.39, so he's quick.
yeah. So he's quicker. They said his problem is he doesn't always use his speed to his advantage.
I
also
I
saw
heard
he
that
runs
he's
a
like-
little upright.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
think that's what they're talking about. I think they're saying they don't think he realizes that he is that fast and he has elite breakaway speed.
Yeah,
Just like doesn't use it. Like he's
Yeah.
like kind of like a deer in headlights.
yeah.
But I mean, I think he'd be the perfect guy behind Singletary.
Yeah.
Then you have Gray as your third.
he runs right into contact.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's going to wear down quick.
Yep.
But like that is part of the he
And
doesn't realize how
Singletary's a
fast
little
he is.
shiftier. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't realize how fast he is. Like he can get away from guys,
Yep.
but doesn't. He chooses like I'm just going to run up the middle.
He needs some
'Cause
coaching. it
He's I
seems
think
like.
he's
Yeah.
used to being the man among boys
Yes.
and thinks he can just kind of out muscle and out athlete people.
Yeah.
Yep.
So His pro comp. Do you see who they're like? Some people are comparing him
I didn't
to?
see his comp. No.
Todd Gurley.
Interesting.
Really?
So
Okay.
his run style is very Todd Gurley-esque, where he could burn out very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for a second rounder, I
Yeah.
think you're just trying to see what you can get.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't mind him in the second.
I wouldn't mind him either.
I have a running back as well.
Who you got?
Blake Corum.
Blake.
Running back out of Michigan, senior. 5'8", 205.
He's my reach guy, so
Oh.
do it up.
Okay. Ran a 4.5 40.
God, the Mets are so back.
He's had a ton of awards the past 2 seasons. I'm not even going to get into them because there are too many to write. In 2022, he rushed for 1,463 yards and 18 touchdowns, and last year rushed for 1,245 and 27 touchdowns.
Jesus, that's a
Um,
lot of touchdowns.
And he was in a committee.
Also, speaking
Yeah.
of his touchdowns, of his last 45, only 12 have been more than over 5 yards.
Yeah, he's a goal line guy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But he's 5'8", so he's got a low center of gravity. He's just like a fucking bowling
He's
ball.
like a little
got,
tank.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got good moves. He runs north and south real well. And in pass protection, he's actually pretty good. He's good with the blitz pickup, and holds his own in a way.
Knows pro
Yeah.
style offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His catching's all right. Not going to wow people, but he can do it.
Probably sneaky out of the backfield a little bit.
and he's very good at reading the lanes.
Probably
so
just hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can read the lanes and goes right through. Doesn't have fantastic speed. So if he gets to that second level, he's not going to
Break
really-
away from
yeah.
you. Yeah.
and he can get very impatient waiting for a block to develop.
I think I'm more worried about all those goal line attempts more so.
Yeah.
He's like the Jalen Hurts of running backs.
Yeah. It's kind of like
I hope Barkley's ready to push.
Yeah, right. But I mean, he's a good running back. Like you can
I know.
Yeah, no,
it's
it's
hard. It's hard not to want him there because he was so good, and you watched him, and you're like, "Wow, this guy has like it."
So
Greg,
yeah,
did you notice
five
Alvarez
of
wears
his
his
touchdowns.
face guard upside down?
Yes,
Like,
I did.
What a retard.
I know.
So
Yeah.
so 5 or 12 of his last 45 touchdowns haven't been over 5 yards, but he still has 1,400 yards and 1,200 yards.
Yep.
So this guy can run.
He's got a lot of stuff.
No, yeah, I totally agree. Who was the other guy that was running with him? How old is he?
Oh, I don't know.
I think he's coming back for next year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could see it. I can totally see it. He kind of reminds me of Deuce Vaughn, though. I don't know how big Deuce Vaughn was,
He's tiny.
but
He's real.
Deuce
tiny.
Vaughn's like 5'5".
Yeah, he's just very
He's like a
small.
little guy.
He's a fucking butterball.
But Corum, he's like bigger. I'm assuming he's much bigger.
He's like
than,
5'8", 5'9".
weight-wise, much
Yeah.
bigger
5'8".
than
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Big
but-
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would surprise
actually
me,
is
but
a
I could
huge
also see
difference,
Corum falling to like the 4th round at the same time too.
They
Yeah,
have him,
just-
they have him
it's running
ranked
back
as, like,
values.
The 85th best
Yeah.
player. Yeah.
Yeah, it's running back values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone not gone yet with a realistic guy?
No,
You,
Vaughn?
I think.
I
think
haven't.
I think
I know I had Benson as mine, so I have 2 left.
Okay.
My first one is another receiver, Keon Coleman.
Oh,
Okay.
Florida State.
A lot of people say he's a late first, early second, so
Yeah.
he might be there when we pick. I don't necessarily consider him a fall because there's a real chance he's there when we pick,
Yep.
and not like he's going to get picked at 25 no matter what, and maybe he's
Yeah.
there at 47.
Yeah.
But he is like your legitimate like X receiver.
Yeah.
He's like 6'3", 220. Everyone says he's a little slow. He did run a 4.6, but I mean, how many receivers run like a 4.6 and then in the game?
40 speed and game speed are
Totally
Yeah.
different.
Like, it's
Yeah,
a good
straight
idea to
line
know how
speed.
fast they are.
He's
Yeah.
a pretty big guy too, right?
Yeah, he's 6'3".
Yeah.
Like, he is like a pro-style X receiver.
yeah.
I mean, he had a rough year, so everyone kind of was about him.
Yeah.
But he was supposed to be the the number 2 receiver in this class behind Marvin Harrison at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Just kinda
So
fell off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think guys like him, like receivers, when they're rated that high preseason, one bad year doesn't really kill them, in my
No, I
I
opinion.
don't think so either.
Like he's got some flaws to his game. I mean, his footwork. He's not like a burner downfield. Like you watch his game tape, and he's not a burner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like his pro comps are is Allen Robinson.
Okay.
I've also seen
a good
Drake
comp.
London as a pro comp.
Yeah.
So if he's your second round, if you go quarterback and then Keon Coleman, I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I think I'm good with that too.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to do? Do you still have another guy?
I do have another guy. Did everyone hit their?
I have 2 other targets.
I have 2
so-
other guys too.
Yeah. Did we do all 3 of yours already?
No, but I mean,
Oh.
Oh,
You
why
guys
would
can do
why would we
yours.
go to reach before we do?
I'll jump in. I'll jump
Stick
in
with
on
the
one.
program.
Well,
Yeah,
Brian had my reach at Blake Corum, so that's already done. I have Max Melton from Rutgers.
Ah,
Took him.
So yeah, see?
There we
so
go.
we did the same thing. Yeah, so Max Melton from Rutgers. I feel like he's been getting a lot of hype, but just because,
He was really good.
yeah,
He was.
I
Really
watched a
good.
couple games. He's an absolute little scrappy dog. Down
Oh, yeah.
there. Like it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
like
on a bad team.
on a
Yeah.
bad team, on a bad
Yeah.
team.
He's a good player on a bad team.
But he
Yeah.
is scrappy. I think he's kind of the perfect corner for us. I think he could even maybe play a little safety if you wanted him to. I don't know how tall he is. I didn't get numbers on him.
5'11", 187.
Okay, so he's a little slight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if he could gain like 10 pounds, I feel like I'd feel a little bit better. But yeah, scrappy. They said he's really good in zone. Reads, the offense really well. Has a good feel for it. They said he's like a natural feel player.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, be
Yeah,
able to
he-
come down
You-
in the
yeah, you
box.
can't
Yeah,
teach
he,
IQ.
He likes
Yeah.
to play with his eyes forward,
Yes.
rather than trying to catch up with some guy. But
Yep.
he's a ball hawk.
Yeah.
Like he loves to jump routes.
They said he's like almost about to break into just an absolute playmaker.
Yeah.
Like if he had another season at Rutgers, I don't know how old he is, but they said like he was like this close on so
Yeah.
many plays to making the big play.
We're right there.
Yeah, right there. So I like it, and I kind of like it. Selfishly, a Rutgers guy.
Oh yeah.
Jersey boy.
Yeah, Jersey
keep,
guy.
Keep him
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Keep him home. So
Yeah.
yeah. Do you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I only
I'll
have
go-
one guy left, so
Okay.
I'll go last.
So here we go. Byron Murphy the second.
ooh,
D
defensive
tackle.
tackle.
Out of Texas.
Was there another Byron Murphy in
There's
last
one
year's
playing
draft?
for the Cardinals right now.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am avoiding this dude at all costs.
Let me let me get,
Yes.
let me get through this first.
He will fail in New York.
let me
He
get,
needs to go to like Minnesota, where there's
Let
nothing.
the man get through.
let
He
me
needs to
fucking
go where
talk.
there's nothing to do.
let me talk and then you can chime in, all right?
He'll be an Eagle with Jalen
Oh,
Carter
my Lord.
and just commit crimes.
He's a junior. His comp is Ed Oliver. 6 foot 297. He had 5 sacks
He's
last
only
year.
6 foot.
That's what I had.
That's weird for like a D tackle. Well, I mean, I guess it's not like weird. Aaron
He's got
Donald is
short
only
arms
6 foot.
apparently too.
Yeah, but you don't. I don't know. I don't think D tackle's like 6 foot. You know.
Yeah.
Especially guys who are as talented as him.
Yeah. 5 sacks last season on a good Texas defensive line.
As
Okay.
an interior D lineman, it's good numbers.
Yeah. He's got very quick hands. He's fast off the line. His best part of his game is his pass rushing.
Really?
However, he's not good on double teams. But if you look at the Giants' defensive line right now,
That's why you have
can't
Dexter
double
Lawrence.
team Dexter
Yeah.
and him.
Yeah.
yeah, Dex, and then you also have
Burns,
and
yeah.
Kayvon.
That could
So
be
he-
a good move.
He
Yeah.
turns into like sort of that Leo type
That's
guy.
that's what Ian was saying about Turner.
Dallas
like
Turner,
that could
yeah.
be.
Shore up that
The way to
last
go.
D,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
last D line position.
But he's not great in run defense. So
Okay.
if he's a rotational guy and you're just going to leave Dex in there for most of the, especially on rundowns.
Unfortunately, you have to start to think about the division you're in. You're going to be running against Barkley.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Cowboys, I don't know. They kind of run, I
Yeah.
guess.
Who do they have?
They just signed Royce Freeman.
I know, but like, is
Yeah.
Royce Freeman their starting running back right now?
Then it's like Deuce Vaughn.
Oh, and what's his name? Rico Dowdle.
Oh,
Don't they have Pollard still?
No,
No.
Pollard's Titan.
Oh.
yeah, he's gone.
Oh. Whoops.
Kills my can't remember his name for the life of me.
Oh.
That Spears, Ty J.
Oh,
Ty
Ty J.
Spears.
Yeah.
But anyway, he looked good. I watched.
He is a good player.
Yeah, I saw a bit of his film, and he looks very, very good in pass rushing. So
I like it. That's a good.
But-
good snap.
he's a good compliment. So Ian, what the hell's wrong with him?
I think this is the guy that I read all those reports about, that he's like a party animal, and he's just like breaks team protocol. Like he's always out like partying and drinking. Like like he's gonna get in a lot of trouble.
We need to confirm this.
I think it's him.
Let's watch be someone completely different.
All right, Connor, get into your guy while he's
get a
while he's-
defamation of
Yeah, while
character.
he's looking
lawsuit.
into that.
We touched on this guy before. I actually had him as a reach, and I think Ian, you had him as a either realistic pick or a fall. I had Xavier Legette.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, we already touched on him, but I'll talk about this guy. This is a cornerback from Missouri,
Ooh.
Ennis Rakestraw Jr.
Enos,
Enos or Ennis?
another penis.
Anus.
Ennis Rakestraw Jr. That's his full name.
Anus.
Love the name.
Great name.
He is more technical cornerback, a little physical, can play well in man coverage. He does have a little bit of issues with, recovering when he gets beat with speed wise. Like if he gets beat by a fast receiver, he'll have, a hard time catching up to the receiver, or in deep balls, he struggles with turning his head around and going up for the ball.
Just
This
high
guy sounds
pointing.
like shit.
Yeah, high pointing.
Yeah.
This
But
guy sounds like shit.
no, overall, here's what I like. He's
There's a
more
story.
better in man coverage, and he could close in on a receiver a lot quicker.
Okay.
He kind of reminds me of Banks. He can play better in man, I feel like.
Okay.
He can close in on receivers.
I like that.
I wouldn't mind him on the other side
Okay.
with Banks, but not really a big name that I could see falling in the
Yeah.
second. His NFL comparison is Roger McCreary. I honestly don't know who that guy is.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
So his NFL comparison is going to be him, because he's going to be
All
Ennis
right.
Rakestraw Jr. He's going to be him.
Love it.
But yeah, I think he's between rounds like 2 and 3, so I could
Okay.
see him going farther down too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. It's position of need, though,
Yeah.
for sure.
Greg,
Yeah,
I know I
definitely.
stole your reach guy. So
Yeah, I had one more guy in here.
did you
Yeah,
throw
just,
him out there?
just one more. I don't really know much about him. Edgerrin Cooper from Texas A&M.
I had him too.
Had him on a
I had him
list.
too. As,
I had him
yeah,
on a list.
6'2", 230. I kind of just liked that he was kind of felt like to me a little Isaiah Simmons-ish.
Okay.
But they said he's like a really like an attacker in the box, but can also spy the QB.
Okay.
Like that was kind of his role at Texas A&M.
That's
So it
pretty
might be the kind of guy we need, because like Bobby Okereke is more of, I feel like, take the running back out of the backfield
Yeah.
kind of guy.
good. Yeah.
And he's obviously our true middle guy now. So do we need a linebacker? No. If there was a good one there, I would say take it
Yeah.
just for depth.
Yeah.
'Cause you never know who's going to get hurt,
Yeah.
who's going to go down. But
Yeah.
I didn't do a whole lot of research on him. I was kind of struggling to find somebody,
Stuff.
but I just went for a position of need.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that too.
Did you?
I can't find anything.
oh,
So
so
on-
the,
was not
oh,
him.
On
okay.
anyone.
Retract the
On
statement.
anyone, so I don't know what I read. Like I looked up like NFL draft prospect off
Was
field
this
issues.
on your North
and-
Carolina trip?
No, this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
Like NFL off field draft prospect issues. Like I googled
Oh.
everything, and all that comes up is Jalen Carter stuff. So I don't know what I was reading, but I could have sworn it was Byron Murphy.
Oh.
So
I didn't see.
I'm gonna stick with it because I believe that I read something that he is an off field concern.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
I may be wrong,
Okay.
but I don't know.
Okay. Do you have a reach guy?
I'm still on my realistic guy.
Okay.
My last one is Cameron Kinchins,
He was on my list. too?
safety from Miami.
Ooh.
Miami.
He's 5'11", 203. He's great with the ball. He can read the pass. He follows the quarterback's eyes. He can play the run. And I'm thinking we replace Xavier McKinney with him.
Okay.
Very similar play style kind of guys. Pass first safety. Can play the run. He can be lazy in his back pedal. He takes poor angles, but this is coachable stuff. And then his tackling, sometimes he gets shaken off.
Okay.
So his tackles get broken.
Yeah.
But if he's a free safety,
Yeah.
you're not really
no big deal.
looking for him to tackle, but you want him to be able to, close up if he needs to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So could be a good guy in the second round to replace McKinney.
I like it.
I like it.
And then
I have a reach.
okay, yeah, I still have my reach.
Okay. I have Ben Sinnott, tight end.
Ben Simmons?
Sinnott.
Tight
That's where you
end.
reach.
What?
As you reach.
Yeah, tight end out of Kansas State.
Like it.
Senior. He was a walk-on at Kansas State.
I feel like we got a lot of Kansas State guys that were.
He had
kinda like
he had a scholarship offer from South Dakota. Declined it. Said I'll go to Kansas State as a walk-on.
Nice.
He earned his scholarship, I think, in 21.
Okay. So he's been on the team for a while.
Yeah. 6'4", 250. Ran a 4.68 40. In 22, he was first team All Big 12. Also first team All Big 12 in last year. And he was also, this past year, third team All American.
Ooh. Okay.
And he won the Lowman Trophy as the best fullback in college football.
You want to draft a fullback in the second round?
Little
He's a
versatile.
tight end.
Versatile.
You want to draft a fullback in the second round?
H-back. Yeah.
If you could play like juice check, then I'm all in.
In
heck
22, he had 31 catches for 447 and 4 touchdowns. And last year, he had 49 catches for 676 and 6 touchdowns.
Nice.
What?
Nice.
Dang. He's got good hands, and he can go up and get a contested catch. He does have some run after catch ability.
Okay.
Obviously, not much because
Yak.
yeah, rack.
Yak.
The rack yak.
He's all right at blocking as like an inline defender.
Okay.
He holds his own.
We could use a little bit of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he runs some decent routes out there, so he can.
Sounds like a good Bellinger compliment.
I was
That's what-
just about to say.
that's what I was
sounds
like-
Sounds like a very good Bellinger.
Yeah. Sounds like if you're trying to build a 2 tight end room, that he's a great second guy to
Even
have.
though
Yeah.
I think Bellinger can still be like a very good tight end.
I don't think we ever should have traded for Darren Waller. And I think Bellinger could have been our
See,
start.
I can't say that because I did at the time, and now I regret it. But hindsight.
Oh,
yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So as an inline run blocker, he's kind of all right. He needs to drop his pads more and kind of get his hands inside, but
You think a
seems-
fullback would be able to do that?
But he's running downhill. You just go in front of somebody.
He's a fullback.
Use check.
Isn't running downhill blocking versus inline blocking completely different?
Technically, a football field is pretty level.
Yes.
So
Well,
you know, actually,
just all the angles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all in the ankles.
It's all in the ankles.
But yeah, that's his knock.
I like
really,
it.
for the most
It's
part.
Yeah.
It could be a need. We never know.
But I mean, I saw a couple of his clips from the combine, and he looked like in his routes, he looked pretty fluid and like
Okay.
he could be pretty good. I like him as a tight end there. If you want to get someone to replace Waller,
I like
Yeah,
that
it's
one.
not bad.
Yeah.
He does enough all around.
Does enough things well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, Ian.
Am I the only one
yourself.
left?
You
Yeah.
are.
So, my reach guy, I know Joe Shane is a big fan of taking.
You gotta let that go.
No, I'm just he in the second round.
That's Ian's shtick now.
In the second round,
fully
he
committed.
likes taking receivers from bad schools.
They didn't take a
Wandale.
receiver in the second round.
Wandale went to Kentucky.
But we like Wandale.
We do.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll take Malachi Corley out of Western.
I
Kentucky.
looked him up.
Kentucky?
Western
didn't put him on
Kentucky.
there.
Nice.
You want to take some Kentucky wide receivers?
That's right.
Malachi Corley, 5'11", 215. So he's built like a running back.
He's a big boy.
He's
size.
good
I like
strength and balance.
Height.
Not a great route runner.
Yeah.
He's not great spatially, but he's not a running back, so not necessarily needs to be. He just needs to be able to play receiver
So how does he get open?
because he's kind of a weapon, not so much a receiver.
But he's not good in space.
So we're gonna draft
He has a limited route tree, but he's relatively explosive. So his pro comps
Okay.
are budget Golden Tate
Okay.
and Debo.
Budget Golden Tate.
That's a pretty.
It's like
That's a
two.
massive
I know.
scoop. Even though
Right?
Golden Tate,
I
for
think
a
they're
while
thinking
there
as
was
a
sick.
pure receiver, he's kind of a Golden Tate, but he could be a weapon like a Debo.
You're telling me he's not good in space, but he's explosive, and he's not good at running routes.
Yeah, so he's when he gets the ball, he's a playmaker.
Golden Tate was kind of sick there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in last year, he put up 80 catches, 985 yards, and 11 touchdowns
Not bad.
for Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
He was a 2-star cornerback coming out of high school.
Oh.
So he's been playing receiver for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's fairly new.
Yeah. He's raw.
Yeah.
So Terrell Pryor.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the top end speed. Yeah, he's got the top end speed. He's got great hands. Like he'll catch everything, but he's not like a high point kind of guy. Like he's not going
Yeah.
to go up and steal a ball from a corner.
Yeah.
Basically, he's a weapon. Like if you're going to use him, you can use him like they use Debo. So maybe they want to take like a pure weapon guy in the second round.
We're just all Kentucky, baby.
Yeah, I mean they took Wandale, so maybe they'll take Malachi Corley.
Who knows?
But that's why he's my reach because I think a couple technical difficulties there. I do thinkles though, so
Yeah. I think.
I do thinkle, and I think we all thinkle, and I thinkle we're gonna end this
Right here.
thinkle.
I think I'm gonna agree.
All right,
All right.
Great.
everyone,
Have a good thinkle.
Yeah.
Have a
we're,
good thinkle.
Stay tuned for rounds 3 and 4.
Yes,
Yeah, we'll go a little bit more rapid fire.
Yeah, because the draft is what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks away.
yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
So-
so
I think we'll
we'll
try to
have-
do one maybe late this week,
Yeah, 3,
Yeah.
4, and then 5, 6, 7, and then our
and then our mock,
yeah,
then our mock,
our
and then,
7-round mock,
and then it's draft day.
and
which
then it's
we will
draft
be
day.
live again.
We
yes,
will be.
we
Oh,
will be
yeah.
live. Yep.
So
All right, take it easy.
Take a thinkle.
take